die.
No. You go to the
Unless you
front
want
of
to
the
take
ship and leave the guy
5d10
in the
energy
ship.
damage,
Nah,
I would
yeah.
say that you probably should turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it down. I was just kind of confused on what you were saying. I was thinking, you saying, like, are you keeping it silent because you're trying to hide from them? It's like, well, they already know I'm here. What's the point of that? No.
Okay, but
You're saying, do I turn off the engines? Yes, I turn off the engines.
You
you
take the
turn
keys
off
out
the
of the
engines
ignition.
and turn on emergency power just so you guys can get out, and also since you really don't need the engines, and emergency power will definitely last long enough, and whenever you need to really recharge it, you can just flip on the engines for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Like, if the engines are pointing towards the opening of the cave, if the enemies decide to come inside of the cave, you could just flip on the engines and cook them.
Sir, we
I
found a
guess, yeah,
dragon.
that's the case.
Sorry, Conrad, you have to die.
Oh,
No,
shit.
no, I
So
have
basically,
29 meat shields, okay?
you guys are preparing, and how big of a party are you? Actually, you quickly bring together a group of here. I put it down here. If anyone scrolls down, here is Devona, and she's brought along some of the Neander Honor Guard.
Did I bring
Yeah.
any of the shock troopers?
If they're honor guard, it would be 5 to 10 max.
That is one giant honor guard.
Well, this is a horde.
Okay, let's say.
You do have the stats for the shock troopers, right?
What, the servo shock troopers?
Yeah.
Do you have? No, I do not have the stats for them.
Okay.
Just if you have them, you can just use them whenever we need to, like, roll for them, or actually.
All right. Well, they have fear twos, just to let you know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Crap! I didn't even have them created as a picture.
It's scary looking.
This
Hello,
is very
I have
unprofessional.
returned.
Hello.
Corrupted servitor. I'll just look for something similar to that.
I think they have 4 arms too, no?
Yeah.
Here. I will be creating something. Dropping picture. Yes, that.
There we go.
4
Will that
arms
work?
per bullet.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, you don't need just. Well, how many wounds did they have?
A bunch. 20.
Considering they're metal,
Well, they do have machine 4 as well, so...
They have 20 wounds, they have 10 armor, and 6 toughness. Oh, 6
Okay,
toughness.
I'm just gonna
bonus.
rely on you keeping that in mind, just for right now, since, so that you just keep that document open.
Yeah.
So
There's not many of them. I mean, they're
So
very few and far.
Actually, who do you take? Do you just take some of the shock troopers?
I take 4 shock troopers and 10 Neanderthals.
Okay, Neanderthals.
How
was
dare
that a
you.
joke or okay, yeah, it was a joke.
Okay, so. Yeah.
Or should I take 6 troopers? servitors.
Okay, it
That's
depends
because
on what.
you're
I mean,
dealing with
you
a
do realize
renegade, a starter.
You do realize there are only 3 Aquilanders. You really don't need an army. Out to
Yeah,
stop
okay.
them.
Yeah, and we also got the bolts pointed at the entrance
Yes.
of the back turret, so yeah.
And
Yeah, that works. That's perfect.
besides, you know how dangerous your shock troopers are. They wreck shit.
Yes.
They are designed as the first ones in for any boarding action we do.
So they go in, and also the Neander Honor Guard, since they definitely don't want to be out of a good fight, and it's potentially the best fight they've had since they landed on this planet, since they've all been basically just
And
armed.
also clankin quarters as well. This is home. Motherfuckers need to stay away from home.
Yes.
Well,
And
they're invited.
do you inform Bronner of the situation?
Yes.
Ryan? Oh, no.
I would,
Okay.
of course, this is probably during flying. I would let him know that the enemy has found us and that I am going to be taking actions against them if they are hostile. I probably also would have told Clover about the incoming ships to his location.
Yeah, we will. I'll inform. Yeah, you can. We'll update Clover when he gets on.
It'd
All
be
the
funny
box.
if I was hoping Clover would have been on for that because I wanted it to be like during the meeting with him and the Duke, and I'm going, Fluffy butt, come in,
So
Fluffy
wait,
butt.
do I actually hear you communicate with Ferner?
Well, I'm gonna take a guess that since you're on another ship, or Bronner probably tells or shouts over to, or
Actually,
Viz has a
micro.
microbeat as well,
Everybody
right?
has microbeads. Yeah.
They're all set
Yeah.
probably to the same channel.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
mean, the Vox is probably the only thing that can actually accurately hear what's
It
going.
So
is a really long distance.
I
Yeah.
can't actually call Cat.
No, you can't. You'd have to get on the Vox and call me.
Yeah,
We
but
don't have one.
we do.
Oh, we do.
Bronner probably yells to you what happens.
Well, I asked Ferner if it's Imperial forces.
Devona doesn't know. They have Aquila landers, so that could
Yeah.
be.
So they don't know, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's Aquila landers. Those are pretty commonly used by Imperium.
Yeah.
Chaos forces usually don't use Aquila landers for obvious reasons.
But pirates could use Aquila.
Not true, but you're not sure. Just that they have Aquila landers that knocks out some possibilities, but not.
Oh.
That doesn't give you a definitive one.
Yeah, I have to say it's at least someone on the side of the Imperium.
Yeah. When you get in contact with Bronner is. Bronner is. Let me get. Trapped like rats? Are you kidding me?
I couldn't outmaneuver them. They're too fast. They were on my tail every way I went. No.
I have this giant shit-eating grin on my face right now.
GM's having too much fun with it.
Yes. All right. If they aren't going to be hostile, don't return the show of force. If they decide to put one foot out of place, let them have it. And keep one alive, preferably an officer.
Roger, sir. No.
Edwin, stop that! That is destroying
The prince is getting angry. Blasted cat!
Why did I ever take you?
You're a damn good doctor, but that's getting really annoying.
No, it's okay. It's okay, Venom. I asked you to do it. It fits. It's just cat girl. Cat girls have to do the It's like a rule.
Yeah,
A
this
Japanese-
isn't my choice. This is the GM asking me to do it, you guys.
Yeah, because it just fits, and I'm having a laugh over it.
Guys, how? What
Okay.
now?
Okay, so
You can roll initiative for the GM to battle over the now.
The now wins.
the has still initiative. Okay, so basically, Devona, that is Franner telling you what to do. Do you still go out with your little force of troops?
Well,
Yeah.
it's okay to have the show of force. I didn't
Okay.
say not to do the show of force.
Just don't kill the officer.
Just don't kill an officer.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go. How are you? Well, you from what your aspects read, from what you last could tell, the ships did touch down, but you don't really know where they were. The ship, the engine, well, the plasma drive being on kind of was fouling up your own aspects a little bit. So you don't exactly know where they are. You can just pinpoint. You can know that they are in basically probably within like marching distance, most likely.
Well, I'm just gonna kind of sit, not at the. I'm gonna sit by the ship, but we're gonna be facing the entrance of the cave, facing it. You know what I'm saying? Where we came in.
Are you taking like cover, like defensive positions by the cave entrance?
No, if Frana wants to go, she also wants to do some parlay first before taking up the fight.
So basically, half the forces are hiding in defensive positions while the other half is showing.
Well,
Okay.
I wouldn't say that. It's just more of all these guys are out in the open because remember I told the tail-end turrets to be ready to fire on her notice.
Oh, I forgot about that. Never mind.
Yeah, and Vulcan mega bolters are what those turrets are.
Yeah. So she's not afraid. If they do want to fight, she'll give it to them. But she'll first try to parlay.
Okay.
Let's use
Okay,
reason. Let's talk.
Okay,
What?
Okay, Conrad, you are okay. After scanning the plans, you are now getting closer and closer to where the cave is. You are picking up faint traces of well, actually not really faint, heavy traces of plasma exhaust. So you know definitely that this is the place where the ship is. How do you proceed?
Well, is the cave in sight yet? Because I know it's up
Yes,
the mountain,
it is in
right?
sight. This is where you're basically like inside of it, and everything.
You just entered the cave.
No, you haven't entered the cave.
No,
You're
no.
going up to it, just asking
okay.
it, like, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna ask a group of them, like one group, let's say this group or something,
Okay.
to
Which group?
uh, that group,
The group? Okay.
just that group in general. Try to, silently make their way up the mountain, getting on one side of the cave and the other one, on the other side.
Okay. And they're trying to be silent about it. You're
Yeah.
all trying to be silent
Yeah, these
about
two
it.
groups will be
Okay.
trying to be silent.
You roll your stealth.
I didn't say I was trying to be silent.
Well,
No,
okay,
his
they-
assaults groups.
Oh, what is their assault group?
So technically, the GM would be rolling that, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Okay, so
his
they're
NPCs.
no. What about so Conrad's just telling them to go up and be stealthy and kind of move on ahead and go around the entrance, go basically take up positions.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
In case
yeah.
this turns sour fast.
Pretty much. They trip and fall and bust their face.
They are moving, but the thing is, a lot of the ground in which they're moving, since you're going up to the cave, they're leaving the forest and you're ending up a lot more on rocks. And while
Right.
they're not tripping about, they are causing some noise.
Do I need to listen for the noise?
Yeah, do awareness.
Alright. Let me get my awareness. It's perception. Okay. Oops.
You are distracted by a shiny light.
I mean, wouldn't she get bonuses for it?
Well, the thing is that, well, okay, how many degrees is degrees did you fail by, Devona? 41. Rolling off of a 41. You only have what? 2, 3, 2.
No,
No,
one.
you
It's
failed by
one.
1 degree. Sorry.
It's one. If it was 61, I'd be 2 degrees.
Yeah.
No, but you went past 51, so it would be 2 degrees. You get a degree of failure for failing it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, 2
And
degrees.
then-
Right.
Please doesn't. Or am I getting that wrong?
No. It makes
Anyways,
sense.
either ways, they failed more than you do, so you technically would tier them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that hard. You do, and also I did roll off screen for the for your Neandors, for the honor guard. They hear it as well, and a lot of them are preparing their mono axes and shields and getting ready to and basically
Loot,
few of them in fact start bashing their axes on their shields to try to create noise and kind of inform the guys coming up that, hey, we are here, we are ready,
Knock the
announcing,
fuck off.
Conrad. So basically, while those two are kind of attempting to be stealthy, what
As
did
a
you
face-
and your group do?
Well, besides face palming as they make their way up,
Yes.
my group is going up the mountain normally, not like trying to be stealthy or anything So it looks like, oh, it's just only us. Our
Okay.
team.
Are you gonna be out in front, or you letting a few of the other guys?
Oh hell
I
no!
think he's trying to catch the attention.
I'm not gonna be out in front. Probably like a center
Okay,
with
they're,
a
like,
few
ranged
guys
around.
in front. I mean, to me, these guys are nothing but meat shields.
Well,
I don't
obviously,
care about anything.
they only have they're like guardsmen in
Yes.
stats.
And as guardsmen, they should be guarding me. They should
True
be guarding
that.
their officer.
Only in death does duty end.
Actually, in some
Basically,
cases,
give me
no,
a
it
sec.
doesn't.
I am moving, guys. So
Oh, I just realized that. Am I the only one with the night vision?
I mean, the dark vision.
Well, any type of sight for
I'm
nighttime.
pretty sure your servitor things have like night vision with them.
I think they have thermal vision.
Yeah, or like some type
Right
of
sense.
Oh yeah, my servitors have dark sight too.
yeah. They are the Neanders are probably having some problems, but they might have they have grabbed some night vision goggles and put them on. Also, it is daylight. There is light streaming into the cave. It's not like it is
This
pitch
guy.
blackness.
Yeah, but it would still call as dog fighting if there is fighting, right?
It will be limited. Well, at least for the it would kind of, yes. Unless you decide to light up the place.
Who's this guy with a giant blob underneath?
Where?
I'm poking him.
Oh,
This
that-
guy.
One of the servitor guys.
One of the
It's
extra
basically-
tokens.
That's basically one of the your
Shock troopers.
or troops. The most
Oh, okay.
the quickest picture I could find of them on a short notice.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because, I thought it was another character that was hiding behind the army
Lord.
Devona has.
No.
No, it is just
Cowardice.
right things up to the side just in case I need to make more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that giant Viking is like the ship.
Good.
So basically, you obviously do you not react to hearing the troops move about, the guys outside moving?
No.
Okay, so if you're not going to react, Conrad, so basically you walk up to the entrance and basically into the cave.
Well, it's not exactly into the mouth of the cave.
Okay, you're at the mouth of the cave. But you've shown yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, for as a beastman. Okay, I keep on forgetting what your traits are. Do you
No.
have?
No, just keep it simple. Turn skin. The only trait they get is deadly natural weapons, which is their horns. That is it. Other than that, they are basically human. They don't get any special traits or anything. Just so I kept it simple.
Okay. So basically, I'll need you to roll awareness. Well, this will be with a plus 10 modifier, and this is just kind of to see peering into it. There is a plus 10 partially because there's daylight pushing in, and the fact that the plasma in core is not completely
I still rolled that wrong. Anyways, I got 9.
Yeah, the plasma core is not completely off, so there is a brief flare of energy lighting up the place a little bit.
Yeah. I rolled that wrong yet again. It's supposed to be a 46, but anyways, I got a 9.
Yes, you got a 9. You do see Devona, and you do see the what you just actually. What does Devona look like? The cat girl.
Do I see cat ears and a tail?
You see cat ears, white fur on her face. No, you don't actually, because she's got a helmet on. I forgot. You just see a person in full carapace armor that looks like the leader of the group. Next to her would be very scary looking ministering droids and some Vikings standing back behind her.
Oh yeah, and they have fear. So roll for willpower.
Oh god, yes.
Would jaded matter?
This is fear 2, right?
Yeah, it's fear 2.
I don't. Jaded doesn't affect that. Jaded's only fear 1.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going at minus
10.
20? Minus 10?
Yeah, minus 10.
Yeah, they nerfed fear. Oh gosh.
You see, this is since it's not this is not. You do see these horrible abominations, and even for you, from what you have seen, this is something. This is just wrong. Your mind does not like what it is seeing, and as it sees these, what you could think, you've seen servitors before, so you know the template from what these things have come from is a servitor, but it's been crudely twisted and melded and forged together. You definitely know that even though you are not technologically, all that savvy technologically, you do realize that this is no doubt like tech heresy.
Would you want to roll tech use?
Not real. I'm just saying that comes from you having tech use. You don't need to roll tech use.
Okay.
But
like
since that already gives you some knowledge of how machines work and some of the inner workings of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you do realize this would be something that the Mechanicus would want to burn at all costs.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yes.
And
And
wouldn't the guardsmen need to roll fear?
I will. I'm just going it for you. They will roll their willpower.
Wow.
They fail theirs. A lot of them are aghast at what they are seeing. A lot of them are aghast at what they are seeing. Some of them are even, a lot of them raise up their rifles at the mostly aiming at the servitors themselves than anything else. But none of them do fire. They are disciplined enough to not just start shooting.
Good, because I'll start shooting them.
You turn off on them.
Well, if they would have stopped shooting, Cat would have given the signal, and you would have been bolted.
You do. Also, they are not stupid. They realize that they're looking in. They see, even though the servitors are nasty, they do see the fact of the ship. They see the turrets. They see, especially the heavy mega Vulcan mega bolters, and they know that would turn them into Swiss cheese pretty quickly.
Okay. So now would
Well, you can tell that from what you can tell is there's the person in carapace armor is standing out in front. You do realize that a lot of besides the Vulcan mega bolters on the ship and the cat person's sonic or not cat person, the carapace armored person's sonic pistol that they have, which you notice on them. You do. There's no ranged weapons that the current group has that's standing out here. You notice a lot of the what you would call is base. Well, not too sure if you know been to Neandor or their planet, but they generally look like barbarian like warriors.
Yeah, to me,
They
they
are
look like tribal warriors.
yeah they are
That are
carrying.
really tall.
They are wearing carapace, like light carapace armor and carapace helms, but they are carrying axes and shields.
Okay.
So that's a weird clash of those two different things.
Yeah.
Now, do I need to do a view? Do I notice the Beastman?
Well, yeah. You notice you look and see a lot of the humans, and then the Beastman the fact that Conrad has horns kind of stands out.
And he
Hey,
looks the most fancy out of them all.
Yes.
But other than that, you probably see the same armor. I'm exactly the same. Yeah, I'm wearing the exact same armor you are.
Alright.
Except,
Devona's wearing light carapace, right?
Yeah, I'm wearing light too.
Yeah.
I'm wearing
Regular.
The
Well-
Stormtrooper version.
yeah. So it'd be the
Oh,
full body carapace or something.
Yeah, the full body.
Uh,
Devona's carapace needs its own separate carapace helm piece.
which I
Okay.
do have. And
Okay.
it is a
And-
modified one.
And so you both basically stare at each other, and yeah, you're freaked out, but you're smart enough not to open fire, partially because instant death will probably occur. I
okay.
don't know. You want to try your luck against a Vulcan Mega Bolter?
No, I don't have enough meat
That's
shields
one
for
thing
that.
that surprised me. That's a Titan weapon that's on a vehicle.
It's a vehicle in the size of a starship.
Yeah, this is
We-
2 meters long. It's probably
Yeah,
as
it's 2
big as a
kilometers
tire.
long.
Okay.
I waved down to the guy in the carapace armor. Why don't you come on down here? If I wanted you dead, you wouldn't be standing there. You could tell your lackeys on the hiding to come on in as well. Yeah.
How does Conrad react to hearing yeah?
Oh god, my side, oh god. Ow.
Or you can come down here since you obviously have us outgunned.
Well, they can come up to where you are. This cave does kind of dip in a little bit.
Yeah.
Ow.
You do have the high ground, though. So you
got
have
a high
that.
ground.
Yes.
I mean, it's barefooting.
Though the Vulcan Mega Bolters have the high ground over you.
Welcome to Texas.
So, Conrad, how do you respond to Devona's?
Offer.
Yeah.
Offer's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I simply say that's what it said. Like, or since you obviously had us all outgunned, you can come further this way.
How about I meet you halfway?
How about meet you a quarter of the way?
You gotta remember, they're scared of you.
I didn't point to all the all the melee weapons. I go, do you really want us to come to you?
There is the point.
No.
There is that point.
Well, also Conrad's a close, open, personal kind of guy, so.
But your guardsman's not.
Yeah, but
Well, to me,
does
they
Devona,
are when I force them to be my meat shield.
But Devona does realize that the Beastman is definitely the much better armed individual of the group. You see the fact that he has a bolter in his hands and a chain sword on his hip. You know.
Ooh.
Yeah, a best craft chain sword. So it's very fabulous.
Fabulous.
Oh, that's a lot of money right there.
Okay, so I mean, okay, you guys are trying to trying to barter who's gonna go to who. I mean, are you guys gonna move, or are you gonna keep on?
I actually held out a hand to one of the guardsmen, and asked for a coin.
Okay, yeah. One of them hands you a coin. It's a imperial throne.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I guess we move forward then. I actually tossed it in the air to the side
Okay,
because we
so
need to move on.
okay, do you go? So do you two meet halfway?
Pretty much.
Meet me halfway.
Yeah, and it's generally you and Devona who move forward. Well, there. We would take that as generally halfway. The rest of them stand back, and obviously everyone is it's a tense situation as guns are pointed in both directions.
We got enough guns here to last us for a century. How about you?
Probably not enough ammo, though.
I got enough flashlights to keep me safe at night. Because we all know guardsmen just carry flashlights.
Obviously, and when they strap a another flashlight to the flashlight, it becomes twin linked.
God.
And wherever they shoot, Cat chases after.
Yes, there's the red dot.
So unfortunately, Devona has to roll against instincts. I'm sorry.
No, they haven't fired yet. Okay, so you two meet in the middle. Over the you meet
Yeah.
in the middle.
Okay.
How- let us talk. Stop making noises. So what is your ships doing here? What do you want with this planet? No.
GM, what's the backstory for wanting this planet?
Dr. Lioness is he's here because he just going mostly off the beacon, and he generally wants a planet he's interested in the planet because it might hold like resources that he could take care of and maybe create a colony and whatnot. He basically wants to take the planet over for profit.
Well, my employer, he wants to use this planet as, well, pretty much turn it into a profit if he can. What are you doing here?
Gets Nicholas and it's like, yep, employer wants this planet? Does he even know what's on it?
No. That's why he sent us to find out.
And he's sending you to your doom, fool. The planet is full of poison, being rampaged with a terrible disease. I am right now in the midst of trying to cure it when I was rudely interrupted by your employer.
What kind of disease are we talking about?
If you haven't been to any of the city settlements, you might have noticed some of the plants looking relatively sick.
We did notice some plants like that on the way up here.
This virus is killing, will kill off anyone it is infected with in about 4 to 6 months.
And how does one become infected?
By consuming the water on this planet.
Well, good thing we didn't drink the water.
You can also contract it by swimming and passing on body fluids with an infected.
Well, since we just got here, that's not going to be a problem with us.
One thing you do realize, Conrad, as you two are talking, Devona, her armor is not Imperial made. It's been made by like Caratech, right?
Yeah.
You notice something weird is
like
the person. Well, you can tell that the person you're talking to is a female, and from the niage, you can kind of tell that they must be some type of
Cat girl.
cat. But the thing is, you realize something weird is her armor has no Imperial Aquila on it, which is standard for all forms of armor made in the Imperium. And also what's weird is you do see the Star of Chaos on the breastplate, which would basically be in the place where the Imperial Aquila would be.
But wait, does he even know what like chaos is?
Actually,
like the
yes.
Chaos Star?
Okay, out of game, Conrad does secretly worship the Chaos Gods.
Okay, so he knows.
Would I have not the Slanesh symbol though?
Or just if you have it, it's the Slanesh symbol. It's a symbol. It's a chaos symbol that Conrad would recognize as one of the powers that he secretly worships. And Conrad notices that about this individual who he's talking to, that she is a worshiper of the dark gods, the true powers of the galaxy.
The one, the only Burgle.
So, are you the captain of this group?
No, I am one of the officers of the group. Just like I assumed that you all of that group.
Yes, I am.
Now, why does your employer believe that he could make a profit from such a planet? Has he not seen the tech on here? Did he not see the abandoned space station as he flew in?
Well, he is a rogue trader, so he can almost see profit almost anything, no matter how insane it is. But he is interested in the space station itself, though.
Well, from my experience, this planet doesn't have anything of worth. Even the people here are too primitive, and a lot of them are infected to be of any real use to even the Imperium. I think this planet was once an attempt to be a profitable place, but has been in decline as it is not so.
Well, he believes he can try to colonize it again, if that is true.
And that's where we have a
disagreement.
My captain here believes this place is only fit for that of a pirate hideout. Nothing more, nothing less.
Well, since you have us outgunned by your ship's turrets and your machines.
Oh, you like them? They're not my best creations, but they definitely get the job done on what they need to do.
What language are they speaking?
I assume Low Gothic.
Yeah, they're both speaking. You both know Low Gothic.
Yeah, I only know Low Gothic.
Same here, so.
Good.
It's like, Gothic, do you speak it?
No, I speak High Gothic.
Damn it!
So I speak very fancy and English, or England-like terms.
So every time you say something, he has to roll to identify.
No, since you say Nia and you're Niakat, you have to speak in Japanese.
Oh, God.
I speak in Japanese Gothic.
Who knows? Maybe that is low Gothic.
Ching Chung Chung.
Warhammer
Low Gothic is
England.
supposed to be like a Latin or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
High
That's
Gothic
right.
is High Gothic's Latin.
Low Gothic is like a makeshift Latin.
Jargon Latin.
It's
Well,
Pig
generally
Latin.
English.
Big Latin.
No, it's not big Latin.
We are the dirty hobos.
Okay.
Hobos for the win. Anyways. Well, since you have us outgunned, and what do you suggest you do with us, since we're at a disadvantage here?
I would suggest that you tell your employer that we are of no interest to you, but you also tell him that the planet is very sick, as a plague is running rampant, and that he should think about not colonizing this place. No.
And what do you know of the abandoned space station?
Not much. It's pretty old.
Like
I would-
everything is.
I would have to say that it seems that the Imperium has been here once and has long abandoned it. This planet holds little value to anyone in that regards. No.
God.
Blame the GM.
No, I'm not blaming the GM at all.
It's really funny.
It is.
You probably see like a little odd tail armor on her suit.
God. Okay, guys. Here's something funny. According to my Skype thing, I've been on offline. I've been muted all this time.
Oh, jeez.
Have you been saying a lot of stuff?
No, I've been laughing my ass off.
Because we've been hearing dead silence.
Yeah.
Anyways. Well, I will inform my employer of what I've found, what I've been sent out to find. And I'm sure